What is up, guys? It's me, Hacks, back at you again with another game update here. And I am so happy because I finally got this stupid dialogue system to work the way I wanted to. And it took me all day. And I am just so done with it. But it works. It's a little glitchy, but it's more of a feature than a bug. You'll see what I mean. Okay? Look at all of this trash. It's disgusting. I hate it, but I commented it all out, so now it's nice and neat. I still hate it, but it works, and that's the most important part, right? So, let me go and show you. If you remember oh, let me change that. If you remember the dialogue showcase I recently posted, that was it, like, uh, you know, um, most recent version, but now it's pretty much finished, and I'll show you what I changed here. So the first thing you'll notice is that the style tags no longer come up. I just coded that in. It took me, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I was working on this all day, and it took me like 3/4 of the day. So yeah, and I was working on it yesterday too, and the day before that. It was a pain in the neck to figure it out. So, but it works. Here it is. There's no style text. It's the Lunarian font I made here. So you'll see that later in the game when you meet the Lunarian Queen. Um, she talks like this. So yeah, um, that works. And another thing I coded to work is this skip button. So if you press skip, it'll start skipping. And you can see the thinking style tag also doesn't come up anymore. The menu button works. History button works. And if you try to, press Q to open the menu, nothing happens. If you try to skip, nothing happens. If you open up the menu and you try to press history, nothing happens. If you're skipping and you reach a choice, it'll stop. And also if you're skipping, the menu button and the history button will gray out, so you can't click them. Okay. Um, and it also, if you try and do the keyboard input, nothing will happen either. Oh, well, that shouldn't happen. Well, pretend it didn't happen. Um, but yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's a dialogue widget. So, you could skip the text. I made the sounds more spaced out now, so it doesn't like sound like the sound won't overlap and sound really bad. Um, it's a lot less grating on the ears now, I think. In the future, I'm gonna have a sound for each character. So like Joe will have one, Dan will have one, Rowan will have one. I was gonna do it today, but I looked at my Bitwig Studio files and they're at home, so I'll have to wait until I go back home on like the 4th for like one of my eye doctor's appointments. So yeah, that's when I'll be able to get that project file. But until then, and also have like a generic man, generic woman for like the NPCs. But yeah, so the dialogue widget is pretty much done. Um, I can show you one of the glitches I was talking about. Well, actually, you know what? Before I show you that, let me fix that fact that you were able to bring up the menu, even though um, you were skipping, which should not happen. Okay, let's see. Skip dialogue is valid, yes. Flip flop A and B. A set is possible to false. Why don't I just use an if statement? Because here I have, if it's pausable. If you click on Q and it's pausable, then you can, you know, it worked for the history widget. I'm not sure why it didn't work for the dialogue. It's valid. Oh, I see. It checks twice. This one doesn't check twice. Oh, okay. So you gotta check twice. Well, then again, let's see. Is it valid? Yes. Is this one valid? No. Then you can call a history widget. But this doesn't prevent pausing. It just prevents you from calling the history widget. I need to prevent pausing. Let's see. So I guess that would go here, but I don't want to call it every time. Maybe it's just something I have to do. Let's see, pause game is valid. They can do an is valid check for, so when you hit Q, or she'll say, is the dialog widget valid? If so, oops, not that. Is this valid? If so, don't do anything. Although then again, you do want to be able to pause it when it's there. Okay, so if it's not valid, you can do that. If it is valid, you have to check if something else is valid, maybe. That's a little complex. I think I just forgot all about this, to be honest with you. I was working on the dialogue. I don't know how this turned into a coding session, but here I am. Input action pause. Pause game. I don't want that to fire if I press skip. Wait a minute. It sets a variable here. Skipping right here. So if skipping, you don't want it to pause. Right? Right. Okay. So I can cast, cast to the game controller. And then, well, that's a lot of work. Let's just do it here. I'll just cast to the dialogue. Okay, you pause. You cast. Is valid. We'll do it live. I wonder if anyone knows what I'm referencing when I say that. Actually, I don't think anyone who's American actually watches my videos, which is freaking hilarious. So I don't think any of you are gonna get it. Let's see. Okay. I really don't want to call it every time I press the pause button, but some things in life you just gotta do. Alright, so is it valid? Yeah, it's valid. Alright, if it's valid, cast to. Well, actually, I don't even need to cast because I already have a reference. And it's valid. So you can just get it. And just get skip. And if skipping is true, then don't do anything. But if it's not true, go ahead and pause it. And if the dialog widget is not there, you can pause. So that should fix it. I've just been coding all day, man. My brain feels like a chocolate sundae. Alright, so now we press skip. You can't press Q. Hooray, it worked. I gotta make it so that when you approach a choice, these become valid again. Should I code that now? Well, why not? I'm already coding. And you're gonna watch it. Or maybe you won't watch it, I don't know. Does anyone watch these videos? Will anyone watch these videos? Okay, so that would be here. And we want the choices, right? So when we approach a choice, that is over here. So when the choices are created, we want to set everything to be enabled again. That's easy. This looks like an atom. Okay. We're just gonna move this on over. And grab menu, grab l'histoire, and is enabled. And yes, they are enabled now because you can't skip. Okay, now when a choice comes up, it should there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now I'm wondering why it didn't. Was that just because I clicked it too fast? I don't know. Well, you can click on it, but nothing happens. Well, now something happens. Very strange. Oh, it's because I set it to enabled, but I think it's, let's see. Skipping is now false. Skipping is false. So you should be able to click on it. Oh, it's because I made it a flip-flop, I think. That's why you could click on history, but not menu. Let's try one more time. Well, anyway, let me just show you the glitch, because this is enough debugging for a video, I think. So the glitch is... Oh, I just skipped it. Now we gotta do it again. This video is slowly becoming very long. Alright. See how Italic's just kind of yeeted into the existence? I think it's kind of cool though, but it looks, I mean, it's freaky, but I kind of like it. I mean, it looks kind of cool, I think. So yeah, you'll get that bug when there's a style tag in a style tag. Oh yeah, I also made it that you can return back to a choice. So, for example, if you had 3 choices, 2 of them were wrong choices and 1 was correct, it would advance the dialogue. If you chose one of the 2 wrong ones, it would say, you know, you're wrong, and then it would just return you back to the choice screen again, so you'd have another chance. So yeah, so I enabled it on this one, so if you could keep talking again. It'll just keep bringing you back until you choose the right one. Like, that's just freaky, but I don't know. I think this is a good speed for skipping, right? I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, what was the other thing I wanted to do? So you couldn't click on the queue after the... Yeah, you couldn't click on menu. Oh, that's because... Wait a minute. You can click on history. You used to be able to click on menu. Wonder why that is. Real weird. I gotta think about it. Why not extend the video another 20 minutes? Let's fix it on air. Oh boy. Alright, let's think. Why does the history button work? Let's see, history. So I clicked on the menu button, which is here. Oh, because it casts and then it pauses the game. And because of the code I just added, it checks, is it valid? Is it skipping? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why that would, because I set it to false. It wouldn't be skipping anymore. Because you'd reach the choices, and it would set it to false here. Mighty peculiar. Mighty peculiar indeed. Well, maybe it'll just be a... Nah, I'm not going to accept a bug in my game. Not at this stage. I'm not Yandere dev. Man. Well, I'll figure it out, but I'm not going to make this video like 10 years long for no reason, so... Yeah, stay tuned, and I'll be back with more stuff. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe I'll just draw more portraits. You know, I got it. I got the system now, so might as well draw them, but whatever.